I paint watercolors of everyday people. It is what I've always done, paint stories that I feel need to be told. And this is the story of the working South. For 3.5 years, I traveled mostly by myself across the South in search of folks in vanishing industries. It was a journey that would take me through cities and towns across 10 states, from eastern Tennessee to southern Florida, to paint the mill workers, elevator operators, shoeshine men, diner owners, paper carriers, and other blue-collar laborers in American jobs that are rapidly fading away. I found my models by making phone calls and searching the internet, or by driving somewhere simply on a hunch. Some of the workers I set out to find, like the milliner and the tobacco farmer. Others, like the industrial oven cleaners and the diner owner, I found by accident. In the end, I discovered an extraordinary group of hard-working Americans. The idea came from a simple newspaper article about a mill closing in South Carolina. One painting led to another, and then another, until there were a total of 50 works. 5 museums signed on to the exhibition, including the Gibbes Museum of Art here in Charleston, South Carolina. It is a beautiful building with grand architecture and high ceilings, located in the heart of the city on Meeting Street, just a few blocks from our gallery, Coleman Fine Art. Except for a couple of pencil drawings, all of the works in the exhibition and in the book are watercolors. I prefer watercolor because of its ability to reproduce different textures, such as the atmosphere of thick steam in a paper mill, or the look of a rough concrete wall. Because of watercolor's natural transparent qualities, it's the perfect medium to depict the translucency of skin, such as the moist face of a perspiring mill worker or the crinkly veined arm of an older woman. Watercolors generally don't use white paint. Instead, we paint around the area, leaving behind the untouched paper in its place. This is what I especially like to do. Paint around the individual hairs of a white beard or around the tiny white highlight in the model's eye. 20 of the works in the exhibition are preparatory studies, done mostly from life. I felt the studies were important to include because I want people to know how an artist works. I believe many folks think that artists just walk up to the paper or canvas and create the finished piece. I wanted to show that it doesn't work that way, that as artists we find our way through an exploration of small ideas coming together. Some ideas work and some don't, but gradually, with enough perseverance, we find our way. The frames in the exhibition are certainly worthy of a show of their own. All of them were handmade by my husband, Smith Coleman. Smitty and I met the very first week of art school in Philadelphia when we were teenagers and have been partners in life and art ever since. Each frame is truly an original, and many are uniquely carved. Every frame is gessoed and sanded multiple times, then gilded using dozens of sheets of pure gold leaf, then burnished and toned. A painstaking and exacting process that can take several weeks to complete. Many of the frames are simple and elegant with subtle nuances in their finish or color. Others repeat a motif or shape in the painting. For the frame on the painting of the shrimper I call Trawler, Smith actually used a real fishing net and laid it on the frame before gilding over it. And for the frame for the painting of the oyster shucker, called Pearl, he carved small orbs that resemble pearls into the frame, alongside a panel in which the texture was created using sand he brought back from Mexico. The exhibition Working South is about much more than the carved frames or the details in the watercolors. It's really about the people in the paintings. This is their story.